accepted at the time.
At the time, his father was the head of American Motors. And I get the sense that everyone on that campus, including the educators, knew that he was a privileged child, right? And as a result, they looked the other way as he was bullying, students, as he was doing cruel things to educators. It's kind of what you see today, where if you have a powerful background, if you have money, people are always willing to look the other way because you are seen as like the upper class that can get away with murder.
And at some point, you may be able to help me out. You know what I mean? And I don't want to cross you. Half of my family is still in the church.
Wow.
And so I grew up in that environment. And I know this kind of very smart, very tactful way to raise a child to be somewhat bigoted, to be intolerant, but also have a heart full of love for your fellow man. You know, and you grow up never thinking that these viewpoints could be wrong. This is just well accepted, and you're in this bubble that is the Mormon community. Mormon kids hang out with Mormon kids, you know, and also you see his wealthy kids were hanging out with wealthy kids. And not only, I think, does this inform his policy decisions when it comes to economic policy and foreign policy, I think it really informs a lot of his decisions when it comes to these, you know, more social and third rail issues.
Right. Okay. So Jared has videos of Romney responding to this Washington Post article. Let's watch.
I played a lot of pranks in high school, and they describe some that, well, you just say to yourself that back in high school, you know, I dumb things, and if anybody was hurt by that or offended by, obviously I apologize.
They talk about a prank that could have gone on in high school with a guy named John Lauber, who they say that you and a couple